Hello everybody, this is Dr. Nichols-Boyle and welcome to W315 Writing for the Web. So I'm just going to take a few minutes here to kind of walk you through the course, tell you a little bit what it's about and where you can find everything online. So hopefully that will help us minimize at least the confusion. And if you do have any questions, I've also put this all, as I will show you, in the home page, which is now the syllabus link. I put some of the main issues and how the course works, things here, some of the main information. And of course, you can always pause, come back to this, and you can always email me with any questions too. And I'll show you some other places where you can post questions through the course. So, writing for the web. So this is going to be our home page when you go into Canvas here. It will default to the syllabus as I have said here for the first week. So we have all this information in one place. And then after that, we will be moving this to recent activity. So it will just show what the most recent activity has been in the course, any assignments and things like that. And then this will move to the syllabus link on its own here, so you will be able to still find this information. So first a little bit about how the course works, and then we'll talk a little bit more about what the course is about, what you need to know, and how to find everything. So first of all, I'm going to, except for today because we're starting on a Monday, every week will run Tuesday to Tuesday. So the new week's module will open on Tuesday, and the previous week's major assignments will be due that same Tuesday by 11:59 p.m. So for example, week 1, although I'm starting on Monday this week, would be technically Tuesday, January 12th through Tuesday, January 19th. So week 2's module will be up Tuesday, January 19th, and week 1's major assignments will be due Tuesday, January 19th by 11:59 p.m. Most of those will be due to either the discussion board or the assignments link. The only exception to this is that the first discussion forum posts, and you'll have at least one discussion post every week for the most part, unless we're doing something where we're contributing and participating with each other in other ways, like maybe in the blogs. So the first discussion forum post every week will be due Friday by 11:59 p.m. this week, each week. So you will have 2 deadlines, but those are pretty small ones, the discussion forum posts. So this allows everybody to be able to have something to respond to, so we can kind of help create that community atmosphere and try to replicate that interaction that we have more in a face-to-face course. So in order to give everyone time, each initial discussion response will be due Friday by 11:59 each week, and a response to a classmate will be due the following Tuesday by 11:59 p.m. along with all your other assignments. So for each week, you'll have to post one discussion post at least and respond to at least one classmate. Next thing is that the course is going to be organized by modules. So unlike maybe some of your other online or face-to-face courses that you have had in Canvas maybe, we will not be using, say, the files and the pages sections. We're just going to be using modules. So modules is up here underneath the syllabus tab, and that will take you through all the links to the readings and assignments, videos, anything you need for that week, websites. Each week will have its own module with a series of readings and assignments for that week, and you won't be able to move on to the next module early or before you have completed the previous week, because each week's skills and knowledge builds on the next, so you wouldn't really know how to complete the next week until you had this one finished. And as the course progresses, I'll make a module that will just stay there always of links and readings available permanently for resources that you will use throughout the course. I also have a course schedule link that I'm going to put in there as well, although this is also found in the syllabus one as well. So first, if you have any questions, not just about navigation or about what policies are, due dates, that kinds of things, look at the syllabus first. The course overview is there as well as the specific policies, and I have a link to it here, some of the information in the syllabus link itself, and then a link again at the bottom to the full printable syllabus. And finally, ask early and often. So if you have any questions, please just let me know. I've taught this course many times face-to-face, but this is the first time I've taught it online, so I'm sure I haven't been able to anticipate all of the confusion or questions that will come up. So again, you can contact me by email, um, and my email contact information is here in the syllabus link too, sfnicola@usb.edu. You can use the messages feature here with the inbox easily as well. Or if you are on campus, you can always come by my office hours. And those are Tuesday, Thursday, 1:15 to 2:15, Tuesday, 10:15 to 11:15 a.m., and by appointment. I'm often around other times if those times don't work for you. So just email me or call and let me know. I'm not as often there to respond to my office phone. You can always leave a message and I will get back to you whenever I can. So I'm just going to run through some of the major parts of the syllabus, a little bit what the course is about, and then kind of take you back to where you'll go to things online so you can have this information. Okay, so this is my contact information, my office, all of that information. Email, I try to be, I'm not always online. I am online a lot. I will make sure to respond to you within 24 hours during the week. It may be closer to 48 on the weekends. The email is the best way to reach me, particularly for an online course. I wanted to make it clear that there are not any required texts for this course. All of what we'll use will be available in the Canvas module section. So all of the readings, sites, videos will be available there. And you also don't need to know really advanced technology knowledge, just know your way around a computer, be able to browse, use email, attachments, those kinds of things. It obviously helps, but I will be teaching you any of the programs that we're using to do things like blogging and websites and that sort of thing. And you don't need to purchase any special software either. You just need to make sure you have a strong internet connection, that you can make sure that you have something that will play video and be able to hear well and not drop your connection. So all of the programs that we're using are web-based and they're free, and I will be providing instructions along the way. So this then goes into parts of the syllabus here, the course description and the course goals. This is a writing course. It is an English course. It's a professional writing course. So the kinds of writing we do here is quite different from what you may have done in some more academic essay-based courses. So we'll be talking more about those and doing some readings to try to discover the differences between this kind of professional writing for the web and a more academic essay. But essentially, it is a shift. And some of the major things that we'll be talking about and working on this semester is how to write for different mediums within the web, like websites and blogs and e-news, and also how to adapt our writing for that. So we'll be thinking about things like an audience. So not just a general academic audience, but who do you want to reach with this writing? What specific audience? And how do you cater your writing to that audience? How do you get your writing to be noticed and found on the internet with so much other things? So we'll be talking about a little bit about search engine optimization and using links and things like that as well effectively. And also getting more concise and to the point. So in an academic essay, you have more time to build up, you have a captive audience. You don't have that on the web where people are often browsing and trying to find the information quickly and have so many choices. So we're working a lot more with how to get to the point quickly and in an engaging way, a very active way. So we really want tight writing. And that also kind of corresponds with and goes along with the web design, which is part of it. Although it won't be our main focus, you will have to know the rules, basic rules of web design, and how your writing interacts with the visuals in order to make it most effective and accessible. So those are some of the things that we'll be working on. And again, we're writing for professional purposes here. So we're writing more for things that we would think you could use in the workforce, websites, blogs, things to promote yourself for the workforce, or things to help other people who are already in the workforce help promote their business better. So those kinds of skills. So the course goals are that kind of things, as I talked about, like awareness of audience and professional writing skills. This goes a little bit into the main assignments and projects we'll be doing. So we do have weekly assignments. Each is worth about 5 points usually. And those, I don't accept late assignments. You'll can look through and find out what those are each week. But they are all very helpful in building the kinds of skills and preparation we need for the larger projects. And these include the discussion forums, as well as some other short responses and project preparations. We will do short units on e-news writing, to kind of introduce us to that kind of concise, active writing we need for the web, and blogging, which again helps us bring in more of the visuals as well as writing for a specific audience on a specific topic. And then our major 2 projects come towards the end of the semester, well, this last 2/3 of the semester, the client project and the professional web portfolio, where you will build your own website. The client project, you will be analyzing a website for a client and making recommendations on how it could be improved. We'll talk more about that, obviously, as it comes up, but you can see that the final project is worth 40% of your grade, 45 if you include this evaluation that you have to do with it, and then the client project is 25%. So there's a lot riding on those last 2 projects. It's cumulative and skills that we will have built up throughout the time, including some of these other earlier projects in some ways as well. A little bit about the grading scale. And then finally, the last part is the basics of what we'll be doing each week. Again, more specifics will be in the module section each week, but this gives you the topics for each week and the major due dates of those projects and main assignments. And then at the bottom, again as well, so the final portfolio presentation will be due finals week, Tuesday, May 3rd by 11:59 p.m. And the full printable syllabus is here at the bottom. And then at the bottom of this shows the first couple assignments that are due next week, Tuesday, and it will link to those in the either the assignments or the discussion forums. All right, so the other sections that you'll really want to know about. Assignments will be important for submitting, but there'll be links to everything in modules, so that's really where you should start out. So the modules, you'll have one of these coming up each week, so I would suggest you start every week with reading the instructions. So for example here, read week 1 instructions. And this gives us a little bit of note about navigation as well, but basically there are 2 ways of reading it. You can either just go through and check off the list. I like to print it off and then check it off as I go along and have it in front of me. It'll give you links like first you want to complete this, then you'll want to review the syllabus, watch the video, introduce yourself in the first discussion, watch this video, read this chapter, respond to these questions, etc. So you can either go through and just click through each one here, or, and that's what this says, or you can just read these and then click next and it will take you through each of those things. So if I click next here, I can then do the Are You Ready assessment, which some of you have completed already, and then I can go on to the next thing, which is looking at the syllabus. So that's here, and it will both have a link to the printable one and it will show here as well. And then if I click next, I get to the discussion one introductions, which is locked until tomorrow morning, but you can see until Monday morning. You can see this is where it would go, and then you would just move on from there. Again, in the assignments link, you'll get a link to those 2 when assignments are due. You can go ahead and just, it's not available now, but just like you would with an email attachment, whatever, you click on this, it shows instructions. You can download it and then upload your submission here. The discussions forum is here. Again, there will be links to this, but the different discussions are available here, and there's instructions as to how to answer those as well. And then, of course, the course questions is here. So if you have any other questions, you can go ahead and answer them as well. Ask any questions about the course here that maybe particularly think other students or something might be helpful. The grades, I think that's pretty self-explanatory. I'll try to update these once a week or after a major assignments. I'll give some feedback and be moderating discussions as well. The people is just where all of the people in the course are. You can also find all of those people to contact in the inbox in your messages. And the Kaltura Media Gallery is where I'll be putting some of the videos for the course as well if you want to find them quickly. So if I just authorize this here, it will show that there. Okay, so I think that's about it for just the first little overview. Again, you can find everything back in the home here. And I hope that you are feeling welcome to the course. I look forward to meeting all of you, and please let me know if you have any questions or concerns.